Hello everyone, welcome to Simple Crochet channel. I'm so glad to be with you in this video. In this video we are going to introduce our third square and with the third stitch for our crochet along project. I hope you like it and find it clear and informative for you. As you can see, I have made here my square with 3 units. I'm going to show you how to make this unit and this different border. It's not as we did before a reversible stitch. It's not reversible stitch, it's one side stitch only, and this is how it look like from the back. You can see that I have included the stitch from the previous square here in 2 rows to make a variation. Now as we already know, as we already get used to it, I'm going to introduce it with a chart and explain the chart with you. But first, before doing all this, I wanna show you how you're going to make this stitch, this new stitch, because you only need to know the pattern of it, and I use this stitch in a different way with a new design. So I'm going to show you the stitch now. As we already know that I'm going to explain this stitch or this pattern with a chart, but before doing all this, I'm going to show you the stitch separately from the pattern, because I'm using this stitch in a specific pattern that I'm going to include the chart for it, but I need you to know how to make this stitch. The stitch is called the Modified Alpine stitch. Those of you who are aware of this Alpine stitch know that this Alpine stitch includes both double crochet stitch and single crochet stitch. I'm not going to use these stitches. I'm only using in this pattern a half double crochet stitch. I have here made 2 rows of half double crochet, regular one, as I introduced in the previous video. I have made 20 chains, then worked 2 rows of half double crochet. Now to work the Modified Alpine stitch, I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and do a half double crochet in the first one. Now this is the way you make an Alpine stitch. I suppose to work in this row, in this stitch here. No, to work the Alpine stitch, you are going to move to the first row here and work around this stitch that I'm going to yarn over. Insert my hook around this second stitch here, like this. Insert your hook beside this, in the space beside the chain or the stitch, and under it, and just pull your hook out of it from under, and yarn over, pull through, and just pull this loop until you reach the same height of the row you are working in. Yarn over and pull through all these 3 loops like this. Work a half double crochet in the next one. You need to know that now you have this stitch here and you are going to skip it because you already done 1 half double modified Alpine stitch, and just do a half double crochet in the next one here. I hope this is clear here. Now to work the alpine stitch again, I'm going to yarn over, skip this one and insert my hook in the next one, under the next one here, from this space till I reach this space, like this. Here I insert my hook and just from under, and just this makes this stitch pops up a little bit. This is called front post, and this technique we are going to use this technique all through our next stitches. Yarn over and pull through from under, just yarn over, pull the yarn until you reach the same height of the row you are in, yarn over and pull through all these 3 loops, and you have done your alpine modified stitch. Now you need to work the next stitch. I'm going to skip the stitch behind this alpine and insert my hook in the next one here, like this. This is the one, and just insert my hook in the next one here. I'm leaving this alone, and do a half double crochet and continue doing this. This is the way the alpine stitch, like this, skipping this one because I have already done 1 half double crochet, and insert the hook under the next one, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops, and just you need to match the height with the row you are working on. Skip one and do a half double crochet in the next, yarn over, skip this one from the previous row and insert the hook under the next one, yarn over and pull through, and just pull the yarn and just do half double crochet and keep going. Skip one, do half double crochet until the end. So basically you are doing a half double crochet and an alpine stitch, vice versa. So you need 2 rows to make this alpine in the 3rd row. Just finish with this half double crochet. Now this is what it should look like. See, it pops up a little bit and makes this twisted stitch in here. I like it. Now to make another row, you will always need to chain 1, turn your work and do a whole row of half double crochet, like this. You work the whole row with half double crochet. Now I have finished this whole row of half double crochet. Now I chain 1 and turn. This is the front side of my work here. I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch here, and I'm going to do an alpine stitch in this alpine stitch, like this. Yarn over, this time insert the hook under this one here, just like this, and yarn over and pull through. Just pull and just finish this half double crochet alpine, and you have here this shape. I'm going to skip this one here and insert my hook in the next one and do a half double crochet and do another alpine under this one here. This is one variation of the alpine stitch, like doing it in rows. Skip one and do a half double crochet in the next, do an alpine in the first, the alpine here, skip one, do in the next one, and so on. Here you can see that this looks like rows here, and I will be post a picture of one square I have done in rows like this. It's not the pattern that I'm discussing here in the video. The pattern looks like this. It's here and here and here. It's not in lines. It should look like this. You can of course work the whole square with this stitch only without doing any other pattern. Now I have worked one row of half double crochet and chain one and third. Whenever you finish this row of alpine stitch, you are going to work one whole row of half double crochet. Now another variation which I'm going to do another row with this variation, starting with a half double crochet in the first stitch. Now I have here an alpine stitch here. I'm going to work another half double crochet above this stitch here and work an alpine stitch between these two in this chain here or in this stitch here, like this. Insert my hook under and just pull through and do this. So you have here these two and you have worked in between another alpine. Now I'm going to go vice versa and do another half double crochet, regular one, and an alpine in between these two in here. So basically this is what it should look like. So I'm going to work a square with this pattern and another square with this pattern. You are going to just change these two patterns, and of course the main pattern that I will work with is this square which I'm going to show you now.